Marami pang wala. Mga nasa 13 pa yung wala. You're actually 48 or 49. Ito yung second topic natin kasi yung last topic natin na hindi kasama sa coverage ng examination nyo last first prelim, included to sa coverage ng review nyo. Okay? Uh, Ipinigay akong file sa GC at I presume na nakita nyo na yung file na yon. Yung huling diniscuss natin, yun yung actually nakarugtong nito. Okay? Connected in relation to artificial intelligence. Okay, start na tayo guys. This is the topic for today. It's all about rule-based system. The rule-based system or in artificial intelligence. Marami na rin mga taon na nagdaan, no? Nagkakaroon na tayo ng drastic changes regarding the technology. Kahit sa field ng computer science or artificial intelligence, dumadami na ngayon yung advanced research, pati yung invention has given away machines that deliver excellence and help people to imitate human knowledge. Unfortunately, however, despite of all that, these new inventions are a result of numerous technologies. Okay, they work behind the scenes. They enable them to deliver services that are on par with us humans. Kaya yung mga experts, sinasabi nila yung rule-based is one of such technology being used extensively across the sectors in order to develop artificial intelligence applications and systems. So ito yung objective natin in class for today's discussion. And we will tackling in one of them, defining what are the rule-based systems, recognizing also the historical records, background of this technology, describing also what are the examples that nowadays are very useful, and what are the new ones, okay, that incorporated on this new rule-based system. What are the components and how it is built, and the several classification and characteristics of rule-based system, comparing to what we have learned in machine learning. Okay, starting with the definition. So how do we define the rule base? It is present in the heart of automated processes. Okay, yung mga raw data turn into converted one. The rule-based system technology helps develop knowledge-based systems. In other words, pumapasok doon yung intelligent programs and software na capable of providing specialized problem-solving expertise. So, rule-based. So, ikaw ang user, meron kang interface. So, it now turns out that you approaches to uh, a machine that has limited to rules. Okay, so just it turns out that your rule has this usage, no, na very specific lang sa subject, very specific lang to utilize yung domain specific knowledge. In rule based, knowledge is encoded in the form of facts. Knowledge is in the form of goals. So not really actually a command, no? They are rules. Ibang command sa rule, iba rin yung rule sa tinatawag nating policies. Although in some way, uh, at some point, they have the similarities. But in these cases, the rule base is basically focuses on rules. Okay, uh, it is a foundational technology in artificial intelligence. It has been long, or I should say, it has long been, no, an experience, an instrumental in decision making and problem solving across the what we call different domains, whether it be in network or in the website areas, or whether it in be in the business premises of areas. These systems operate on a certain predefined rules, a set of predefined rules. Logic, of course, to make decisions, performing the tasks, and derive conclusions. Kaya sabi ko kanina, ah ah, mga nakalipas na mga unang taon, nagkakaroon na tayo ng drastic changes. Despite of the rise of more advanced artificial intelligence methodologies, kagaya ng sinatawag na machine learning, isa na yon, at pati yung neural networks, si rule-based systems, it remains crucial on the part na meron ba tong transparency. So doon siya crucial eh. Transparency, ease of use, and interpretability. Okay, lalo na kung reasoning ang pag-uusapan, no? With human-like reasoning. In short, computer systems that use rules, that use facts, in order to perform a variety of tasks, like diagnosis, solve a problem, interpretation, or determining a certain course of actions in a particular situation. So those are the areas that are needed in order to uh, provide, no, the computers a real deal. Of course, with the help of the experts, definitely it will be uh, implemented as long as these are applied to systems involving human crafted rules, involving curated rules that can be performed as uh, a best activity, a best operations, performing analysis in order to compile and interpret computer programs, performing natural language processing in order to understand uh, the language given in the system, in any form of language. Precisely, uh, doon pumapasok yung word na knowledge-based systems. Okay? And aside from that, yung mga rule codes, rule nodes, analysis, natural language processing are very, very essential in order to, sabi natin, if we want to go or undergo a test that can be admittedly uh, getting into impressions. So dapat meron yang ano, meron siyang specific capability. Okay. Sino pa yung pumasok sa atin? Let me see. Sino pumasok? Si Directo. Okay. Accepted. So let us continue. Okay. So rule-based systems I sometimes called as rule-based expert systems. So there are three important elements of this. Okay, as I mentioned a while ago. So kung merong set of rules, there is also a set of facts, and that facts and rules are definitely have their criteria. The criteria for termination is definitely kung okay na siya at na-identify whether a solution exists or not. So there is this a performing ability to terminate the process. So as you can see, the user uh, from the bottom line uh, operates on the interface and see how the possibilities can be implemented by requiring facilities, okay, exploring facilities, okay, keep on deriving on the explanations and such areas that can censor your reasons based on knowledge and based on database. So sa database, meron tayong facts at sa knowledge base, meron tayong conditions na, pwede siyang mag-filter o pwede siyang uh, mag-select based on the options provided because yun nga kailangan sa science na yan, sa technology na yan ay meron siyang pagpipilian so that it can have an action to match, no, yung task na gagawin niya prior to that desired or needed output. Let us deal to what we call the background history. Ano ba talaga, saan pa pinanggalingan ng ang idea na to? So, based on the history, the concept of these rule-based systems in artificial intelligence can be traced back to the 1970s. After the man landed on the moon, okay, when researchers sought to replicate human decision-making processes, that was the time na idaan nila siguro to help people out or to help people. Okay, nagkaroon tayo ng intermittent net connections. All right, tuloy ko lang ha. So, 1970s, the earliest AI systems were built on logical rules, inspired by how experts in various fields such as medicine and law use their knowledge to make decisions uh, on par. Okay. That these systems actually often referred to us as expert systems, and it became the foundation of AI during its initial development. 1970s, na-create yung, na-design yung mycin in order to diagnose the bacterial infections and recommended treatments. Pero sa ngayon na due to ethical concerns ay hindi na rin siya naging ah, ah, nagpatuloy. Pero there are more na similar to mycin ay ah, nagagamit pa rin yung kanyang idea. Okay? So 1970s uh, nabuo si mycin, the first rule-based systems in AI. Okay. Ito iba yung ibang example, not only the mycin, we have also the IKEA virtual assistant, the diagnostic oriented Rockwell intelligent systems, and the machine for intelligent diagnosis. In other words, so itong mga technology na to na nabubuo has the domain specific expert system that uses rules to make deductions or narrow down choices. Okay. And it is one of the most popular as well as the classic example of rule based systems. The domain specific expert system. So, additionally, recent advancement are in technology has given way to the development of modern machines. Ay, ito na nga yung mga nakita nyo. IKEA, the Doris, and the Mind. Okay? Ano ba bago rito? Widely used in artificial intelligence ang RBS. Okay? It's not only responsible for modeling intelligent behavior in machines and building expert systems that outperform human experts, but also helps uh, the following statements. Okay, it helps to compose of it helps to provide no yung knowledge na yung combined knowledge na yon of human experts can be useful in the problem domain. It represents knowledge in highly declarative way. It enables the use of several different knowledge representations paradigm. It supports implementation of non-deterministic search and control strategies. Itong mga to ay sa lahat ng aspeto ng business, pati ng mga nasa school, pati nasa technology or industry, ay gamit na nila itong rule based na to. Kahit wala sabihin natin walang mechanical visible yung mechanical uh, uh, computers, kundi meron silang mga computer-based software that are capable enough to do the service. RBS, by the way. It also help describe a fragmentary, ill-structured, heuristic, judgmental knowledge. Okay, who's attending? Who is attending? Okay. Uh, so, in other words, it helps us a lot when it is incorporated in our system. So, as you can see, one of the aspects as second to the last line indicated, it is a robust, meaning it can energize more on on the on the part of the systems that we have right now. It can operate with uncertain and also incomplete knowledge and help us also with rule-based decision making examples like monitoring, control, diagnostic, and service. That is exactly what's happening, no, in our system. Without mechanical supports, or by use of robotic arm or robotic feet or robotic mind or robotic senses. Okay, yung software niya, yun yung nagiging part ng activity in order to boost up the ongoing process and ongoing operations. Okay? Kahit man sa school, meron na tayo niyang rule-based. Alright. So, isa pa ay meron din siyang nilalaman kung bakit ito ay uh, pinapakita natin, no? Yung picture. Unang-una, okay, hindi nawawala yung kanyang sinasabing nakapokus siya sa mga iba-ibang aspeto ng problema na nandun sa kanyang kamay, di ba? From assessment, okay, to helping machines and reaching out the goal. Okay, and these components are very integral on the smooth functioning of rule-based systems. Okay, such as yung tinatawag na rule-based, mismo na rin rule-based, because the rule-based are the list of rules that are specific to knowledge base, which can be a model or which can be a list of to be performed. And the second is what we call a semantic reasoner, or should we say inference engine, na ang ginagawa niya ay ini-infer niya yung information or kinukuha niya yung necessary actions based on input, based on the rule. Okay? The rule of knowledge, the rule in the knowledge base. And it involves cycles, a cycle of match, conflict, and act, MRA. Okay, sa pag-match ay pag nadyan na yung production, at sa section ng production I mean, no, ay nakumpara niya na at ito ay tumabla, no, na reach na nakuha yung goal na nag-match. So with that content of working, so it will now directly incorporate or drive through sa punta sa memory. Okay? In order to obtain a conflict na ang laman niya ay instances of satisfied productions. So pagkatapos sa match ay dadaan na ngayon siya sa production measures. So one of the production instances in the conflict is chosen for execution to determine the progress of the process. Pagdating sa conflict resolution, conflict and resolution. Finally, the production instance, once it is executed in the sense na nakuha niya na yung data, ang impact naman nung laman na yon ay para mailagay na temporary sa memory. So lahat yun na i-store sa working memory ay temporary muna. Until such time ay ito ay maibalik uli yung signal, maibalik uli yung output, pati yung input na rin, no, to be clear, sa user. Sa user, hindi lang naman yung sinend, pati yung nare-receive niya ay kasama. That's why the arrow speaks. Okay? And this workings is comprises on several stages: data input, rule matching, rule execution, conflict resolution, and output generation. Okay, pagdating sa data input, definitely Anong source yan? Galing yan sa user or sa ibang source. The data can range from simple numerical values to complex informations like, for example, uh, sintomas ng pasyente, di ba? Uh, Transaction records sa reporting ng business. So something like that, yung mga nangyayaring inputted data or data is being entered. Okay? So pag once na nagkaroon na ng dumaan na yon sa knowledge base, sa interface na mismo ang user ang sabi nating evident, the rule matching of the inference engine will examine that input against the rules stored in the knowledge base. So it looks for the rules whose conditions match the input data. Whereas the rule execution, once the rule is matched, the inference engine executes the corresponding action. Kuha? It might involve updating, okay? Updating in a sense na nagwo-work out siya inside and out sa memory temporarily. Then driving that areas of sets which are the facts and generating them afterwards. So pag naman yan, since maraming users, in case that there are multiple users, conflict resolution, nagkakasabay-sabay, no? So the inference engine will use conflict resolution strategies para ma-determine niya kung ano yung rule na dapat i-apply una. Common strategies includes prioritizing rules based on the specificity or order of entry. Saka pa lang niya makikita doon sa output generation that this system generates the best executed uh, statements because it is based on the executed rules. Sino ko pumapasok pa rin? Jope. Okay. So in that sense, ay pag masyadong klarado na ay okay na talaga siya. So the decision will come out to a very accurate one. Okay, the output can be in recommendation, can be in another form of response. For example, medical diagnosis system. So yung output niyan mismo ang siyang magbibigay ng suggested treatment plan. Yun nga lang pang-konsulta sa isang doktor pag ikaw ay mayroong naramdaman. They give you ang tawag dito? Reseta. Okay? Giving you a medical receipt providing that these medicines that you will going to take are helpful or enough to use to be support, no, para dun sa treatment na gagawin. So ganoon din naman tayo sa computer science, ay meron tayong mga suggestive areas that will rule out in order to perform the computer runtime very well. So linawin ko lang to summarize what I have said in the stages. To rule, to work, RBS require a set of facts or source of data or a set of rules. For what? For manipulating that data. And these rules are sometimes referred to as an if statement or condition. Dumaan sa refiltering, dumaan sa optionals. They tend to follow the line. If X happens, then do the Y. Otherwise, do the N, di ba? It automates processes by breaking down into steps. Una, you come down to the data or the new event data. Or if you are having a certain activities like a business, or it must be come out into a new business data. Then comes out analysis, the part where the system conditionally process the data against its rules. And then comes any subsequent automated follow-up actions para at least ay monitor siya. At sa basehan ng paggawa, yung construction ng rule-based system ay meron na siyang naunawaan. Before we move on, we need to understand na yung construction ay merong crucial role to play. Kung paano yung sistema may evaluate ang information. The construction of rule-based, as I have mentioned, is very specific on the type of logic. Kagaya ng Boolean logic or fuzzy logic or probabilistic logic or mathematic logic. In other words, that we can categorize yung construction ng rule base into two: knowledge base, diba? Kanina natin binabanggit, and database, kanina rin natin binabanggit. Sa database approach, a particular approach will be subdivided into two: the so-called supervised learning, and the other one is unsupervised learning. So that itong ML, machine learning, itong si artificial intelligence, ito si data science, ay merong can adapt to the environment. And how this possible be? There are two types. Like expert systems, rule-based systems can also be generated into two. So, pwede mong gawin si forward chaining or si backward chaining. Sa forward chaining, which is also known as data-driven reasoning, forward chaining as well, is a data-driven technique that allows a deductive approach to reach a solution. Now, ito ang kabaliktaran niya, no? Si backward chaining, which is an alternative to forward chaining. Kung merong mang hindi nangyayari sa forward chaining, then you can use the backward chaining. And such example is yung nagagamit nating ano bang program yon? Email, okay? They have an AI. So, kung tinatawag na data-driven reasoning ang forward, ang backward naman ay tinatawag na associative reasoning. Deductive ang forward, inductive naman ang backward. So, approach na naka-indicate sa kanyang ability ay yung tinatawag na associative reasoning, the goal-driven technique. And besides, sa mga rules na yan, ay hindi mo rin maiwasan na magkaroon siya ng limitations. Unang-unang limitation sa kanya ay yung scalability. As the number of rules grows, rule-based systems can become difficult to manage. Okay? Merong tinatawag na cumbersome. Kumbaga, the complexity of the rule base may lead to inefficiencies, may lead to increased maintenance efforts. Number two is in its own limitations, it has a lack of learning capability. Rule-based systems do not learn from new data. They get the data. Okay? They rely on predefined rules, not on the setted rule. Or I mean the rules that are eventually mayroong changes pag hindi na-satisfy yung isang information. So it cannot adapt or improve based on experience. Robot nga eh, 'di ba? Ano siya, software eh. Kulang pa yung kanyang training. Unlike machine learning, the systems can learn, the systems can optimize. So wala tayong optimization. Kailangan mo pa ng another party just to optimize your tinatawag na uh, approach, okay? Learning capability is lack. Rigidity. So the RBS are inexplicable, okay? Inflexible, I mean, regarding how they deal with the incomplete information, and that is exactly hurts. They perform best when all conditions are clearly defined, yun lang. But they struggle with its uncertainty and variability. Difficult handling complex problems, of course. Meron nga tayong uh, data-driven technique pero yung ability naman ay merong complexity. Okay? So para hindi mahanapan ng butas, takpan na yung butas. Guys, meron tayong 15 minutes. I-off ko muna itong presentation. Bibigyan ko kayo ng link para hindi tayo maputol. Kasi ito, pag nag 1 minute na eh, talagang ano na. So medyo mahaba pa yung topic natin. Nasa ilan na tayo kanina na attendance, Secretary?
46 po kanina.
46 kanina. So,
Participants.
hintayin pa natin yung iba. So, nasa 11 pa yung wala. Hintayin muna natin para tayo sabay-sabay. Paki-follow up ka yung mga hindi pa nakakapasok. Kulang pa ng siyam. Pag hindi bumalik yung siyam na yan, absent na yan.
Kasama rin po pala kayo sa count tsaka po yung monitoring team.
Okay. O yung walo, walo, pito. Okay, sige, start na tayo. Habang hinintay natin yung pito. Dalawa pala yung ano. Okay. So nahinto tayo doon sa types wherein it is situated or related to what we have mentioned a while ago concerning the work that is been doing in our system, especially kung database approach, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, knowledge-based approach. But in this manner, uh, implementing our information systems with a capability of doing human reasons or human thinking eventually will be deriving on these two categories: data-driven reasoning and associative reasoning. Data-driven technique, goal-driven technique. Deductive approach, inductive approach. Okay? And of course, may disadvantages at may advantages. The one that will be benefited to us when we incorporate that in our industry, yung oral base is hindi naman siya mahirap intindihin. In fact, madali nga siya intindihin. It can be built to represent expert judgment in simple or complicated subjects. The cause and effect in rule management is very transparent. Okay? So, para iba ay hindi malabo sa kanila pag nagamit nito, hindi mahirapan silang i-implement. It offers also flexibility in order to adequate set processes uh, integrated into machines. Mechanizes also the reasoning process. Ang problema lang, it must require deep domain knowledge and manual work. Yung pag-generate ng rules, lalo na kung complex ang system, ay hindi siya ganoon ka intense or kumbaga mahabang oras na i-google para iset lang yung mga rules na yon for a complex system. So wala siyang ano doon conformity with that regard. It has less learning capacity as it generates actually results based on the rules. Pero kung pag-uusapan ng benefits talaga, okay, in short, may transparency, mayroong ease of implementation, mayroong consistency, at mayroong ease of updating. Okay, ulitin ko, no? The benefits that a rule-based systems can do for us as users. It has a transparency. Okay, ease of implementation. Very uh, imprompted yung computer with a rule-based system sa mga well-defined problems na meron din kasamang malinaw ang rules. Okay? Relatively easy to implement. They do not require extensive data for training, only short ones. Unlike sa machine learning models, kailangan ng malaking ganun. Consistency, gaya na banggit ko kanina. Consistent responses, consistent in decisions as they follow predefined rules. The consistency is in is crucial in applications where uniformity is essential. The ease of updating, of course, again, no, can be updated or added to adapt new technology, new knowledge, new changes in the domain. And thus, of course, flexibility allows the systems to evolve the changing requirements if we want to keep update. And besides, that is impress the users kasi merong uh, madali siyang nagkakaroon ng updates. Differentiate between the differences between the rule-based system from machine learning. Sa rule-based, it has a simplified form of actual or artificial intelligence. Remember, it is not a program. Okay? It is a process. Ang program ay yung machine learning, application of AI. RBS is based on facts and rules and also setting up criteria. While the ML or the machine learning is based on models. So maraming model, data-driven model, diba? Merong cellular automation model. Labor intensive and hard to implement. That is on the case of RBS. But in the machine learning, it's easy to implement and easy to use. RBS deliver excellent performance within a narrow domain. In the case of machine learning, it helps deliver more accurate results. RBS limited human coded information. Okay, while machine learning, it effortlessly deals with complex and excessive data. Machine learning is among the few techniques of artificial intelligence that is, time and time again, nako-compare lagi siya sa rule-based system. In regards to their, to understand the umbrella, they have their respective uniqueness. Kaya hindi mo pwedeng kung ganito si machine learning, gano'n din si rule-based. So magkaiba sila. Sabi nga natin, meron sariling sistema si rule-based. And that is nakapokus siya sa facts at and rules. Si machine learning sa models, take note on that. Okay? Comparison between rule-based and machine learning. Okay, for the last point of our discussions, because I have to give away space, no, for that scenario. Anong oras na ba tayo? 10:57, right? Okay. Let us have a break for a while bago tayo mag-continue. Break muna tayo. Ay, doon sa while on these so-called differences. Okay? Teka. Sino ba pumapasok ngayon? Any questions so far sa ating discussion, class? Before we take the break? Pala. Are we clear, class? Any questions? Okay. Break muna tayo ng 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, balik tayo. Break. Okay, resume tayo class. It's already 10-minute period break. Are you there, everyone? Let us continue our discussion. Okay, the difference between the rule base is exactly how you read it on the screen. They have the differences and they have their only uniqueness. Okay, the last point that I'm going to set a boundary, a bottom line actually for this topic that we have tackled. One of the first most successful AI approaches is none other than rule based systems. It is paving the way to the development of large and complex applications with limited efforts. So, by these systems, they are helping programmers as well as machines to tackle problems with numerous pattern nodes and solve tasks at a higher level of abstraction using human like thinking and human like reasoning capabilities. Even though it offers a few limitations, there are no doubt or no second thought with the ever evolving technology. It too will all evolve to be more flexible, effective, and suitable. Rule based systems, again, represent a foundational approach in AI. They are not actually computers, they are set, okay? Not a program, but a set to focus on rules, predefined rules, and facts. Kung yan yung foundational approach ng AI, so doon lang siya nakabase sa mga rules. By their reliance on explicit rules, by their reliance on logical reasoning. And besides, transparency, consistency, ease of implementation, making them valuable in various applications. Okay? Empathic yan. From expert systems, going to control systems. So, ang dami palang pwedeng uh, i-integrate or incorporate ang nagagawa ng rules-based systems. While they are facing challenges in scalability, yan yung RBS, of course, hindi naman talaga masasabi natin perfect lagi ang ano. There's always a 90% something that will be able to cope up with such issues. Learning capability and handling complexity ay masabi na natin limitations. Their integration with modern AI techniques can extend their utility, extend their effectiveness. Okay, wag lang sila ay ma ma tag as a oh they are forgotten. No. Still in your AI needed rule base. Okay? Otherwise, hindi naman tayo makakapag-create ng isang AI na free-willed. Okay? Tayo lang ang may free will. They are controlled systems. They are under a rule. Okay? So coverage ng ating review from the start na diniscuss ko yung topic prior to this day. Yung huling topic natin na hindi cover ng inyong review during the first preliminary exam ay part ng inyong i-review. Because on next meeting, Thursday, we will be having a quiz on that coverage that I have mentioned. May tanong ba? Sandali. Sino yung pumasok? Si Montaril. Kapasok lang ba ito ni Montaril? Okay, so yan sabi ko So, meron tayong quiz on Thursday. Study yung lahat nung diniscuss natin today kasama nung previous natin na nauna rito. Yung hindi naging cover ng inyong review sa first preliminary exam. Okay ba yun, guys? Narinig ba ako? Okay. So that you can rest, no? Yung iba, yung papasok naman na section ay meron silang preparation, and I have also a preparation to execute yung link. Okay? Secretary, paki-post na lang yung yung listahan ng attendees. All right. So I will give this, I will send this also the material sa GC na rin after this. Okay. Thank you very much for attending class. Goodbye everyone.